CR.
Full Metal Attack here with Pete Considori and Nick Grippo. Great set, but that last song was not Merciful Death.
A little bit of an oopsie doopsie in that set there. I flip flopped the songs. So
an oopsie doopsie?
Yeah, that's a technical official phrase. Oopsie doopsie.
Hey, there you go. Some great songs in that set, though.
Yes. To clarify, what we heard was the band Wasp, as I started off with, a song called I Want to Be Somebody. Very simple, very driving rock beat, I think. Guitar riff, I thought. Very good riff. We then heard from Van Halen with Hang 'em High, which is, again, not a very well-known Van Halen song, but it's got a very kind of fast pace to it. And it's a pretty good solo from Eddie. Not his best, but it's pretty good. And then we'll hear the Merciful Fate song in the next set. But what we actually heard was a Megadeth song. Again, not a very well-known song by them, called 99 Ways to Die.
Okay.
I guess, they were about, 901 short of the show? But, 991, whatever the number is. Nonetheless, another pretty good song by Megadeth. Not, again, very well known, but pretty good guitar work from Dave Mustaine, as usual.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's a good song.
I appreciated that song. It was good. I was rocking bobbing my head back and forth.
Yeah.
Definitely, we've heard Wasp on the show before.
Yes.
Definitely a great band, like you said, underrated.
Yes.
A little too much, I think.
Yeah, I mean, they were one of those, like I said, the glam metal scene of the early 80s, guys like Poison, Winger, Motley Crue.
Winger's a great band.
Warrant, Great White, all those kinds of hair metal bands or glam metal bands, however you want to put them. And Wasp is kind of overshadowed. They are very big in Europe, to my understanding. They are huge.
Right.
Well, huge, but they are very, very big in Europe.
A lot of heavy metal bands, especially the ones I listen to, the modern day, big in Europe.
Yes.
They're big here too, but you hear a lot of them like Parkway Drive. They're from Australia, so they're not from the USA, but they're rarely in the USA playing tours. They're always out in Europe or somewhere else. And I just feel like because they do so well over there. But Parkway Drive, is a shameless plug, is playing at Warped Tour 2014 at the Jones Beach Nikon Theater. Now, I don't know how that's going to work for Warped Tour, because Warped Tour is notorious for a bunch of different stages, and as everyone knows, Nikon Theater is a one-stage arena, if you will, outdoor arena with seats. So they might set up the stages on the beach. I don't know. That would be something interesting. They may figure out some sort of way just to incorporate everything, but Parkway Drive is playing there along with For Today, which we'll be hearing more about later in the program.
I am not surprised in the least bit. Well, other news, a couple days ago, matter of fact, on my birthday I found this out.
Yes, everyone, Nick's birthday was Tuesday. Happy belated birthday again.
Yes, thank you, Pete. I turned 22, so it all goes downhill from here.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Sad for both of us. Avenged Sevenfold is doing a North American tour.
Yes.
Hallelujah. I believe it's called the Shepherd of Fire tour.
Shepherd of Fire tour. They posted on their Instagram. That's the first time I saw it.
That's where I saw it first. And
amazing.
The closest, I think. No, I'm sorry. There's two local-ish shows I remember. One is in Syracuse, New York in May.
That ain't too local.
well, the other one's actually, I believe, Philadelphia.
Oh, well, that's not too bad.
That's about a 2.5-hour drive. That's pretty doable.
That's doable, but do I really want to drive 2.5 hours to see an hour concert? I have to see what the rest of the lineup is, because if they got good bands, if they got
actually, I'll tell you who the other lineup
is. They got Slipknot with them, then all right.
They are touring with Hell Yeah. For those of you who don't know, Hell Yeah is Vinnie Paul from Pantera is the drummer for that band, and there's somebody else, I think, from another well-known band who I can't think of who it is, but I'm familiar. But Vinnie Paul from Pantera, for those of you who know Pantera, oh man, what a great power band they were.
A little fun fact about Pete Considori here. The first rock concert I really ever been to was an Avenged Sevenfold Disturbed concert at Uproar Tour. It was in, I believe, it was at I can't remember where. I want to say the PNC Bank Arts Center.
Okay.
I could be wrong, don't quote me, but
quote him.
The first mosh pit I was ever in was during a Hell Yeah side stage concert. You know, there's like the big event where Disturbed and Stone Sour and
Right.
Hailstorm was playing. It was a great lineup. And then Avenged Sevenfold. There was
Yes.
that main event. But then also before the main event, it started outside with smaller stages. And hell yeah, and Vinnie Paul was there. And I have to say, great music. And his drum kit is just beautiful.
Beautiful.
They were setting it up, and it came in two halves. One side had one bass drum with a hanging tom and a floor tom. The other side came out with another bass drum and another hanging tom and a snare. And it was just beautiful.
Which is kind of funny because a lot of the more mainstream, I guess you could say, Pantera songs don't have complicated drum beats.
No,
They're just really
they're so heavy. It's the easiest drum thing in the world, but then you listen to it like that is the heaviest thing I ever heard in my
Yes.
life. Meanwhile, the drum beat is something you learn when you start to learn how to play drums. Like,
Yeah,
it's
but he
like-
just hits them so hard that it just works.
Well, look, to make it heavy. The guitars and the singing
Oh, well, of
definitely
course.
help.
Dimebag Darrell, Philip Anselmo.
Yes,
Great
rest in
combination.
peace.
Absolutely. And also, another piece of information that I heard, it's all rumor and hearsay right now. There's a new album and tour rumored for AC/DC.
Really?
I heard that on the queue. It might have been Ken Dashow. I'm not 100% sure, but I did
we just
hear,
heard Ken Dashow in our
yes,
liner.
we did. That there is talk of an AC/DC new album and new tour. Now, if they are playing in, like, I don't know, the MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, we are going. I don't
You
care
will
how
see
that's
us at that
done.
concert.
We're going to be there because AC/DC is one of my favorite bands of all time.
Is AC/DC in the next set?
No, they are not.
Ooh.
I know. But one of the other bands that I want to see before I pass, before they all decide to retire, Metallica, is in this set.
Okay.
I want to see Metallica live. Metallica.
Let's not get
and
too crazy.
AC/DC.
You turn 22. You're not turning 95.
Hey.
Okay.
Yeah, but they're all about to turn 95. That's the difference.
This is true.
It's not a matter of if I can go see them, it's if they can still play.
Oh man.
All right. But in this next set, we are going to hear the Merciful Fate song. Hopefully this time.
Yeah. Hopefully he presses
So
the
hopefully
button.
I get it right this time because I'm still stuck on my iPod. And then we're going to hear Metallica with a song off the Ride the Lightning album. No, it's not Ride the Lightning. It's a song called Creeping Death. And for those of you who...
It's a very positive song.
Well, yes, actually it is because it talks about the enslavement of Jews in the biblical story. You know, and the Jews in Egypt. And I believe it's the plagues that befall Egypt and what happens...
This still doesn't sound like a positive song.
Well, it's positive
Sorry
in the
to break
sense
it.
that it's powerful.
Sorry to break it
If
to
nothing
you.
else, it's Metallica in their early stages, and if you only know Metallica for the Black Album, you don't know Metallica. The first 4 Metallica albums, in my opinion, even if you have not listened to all of them, which I have not religiously, but you should know most of the songs off the 4 albums combined because that is about as metal, in my opinion, as you get.
That's
But-
it, folks. Full Metal Attack.
Yes,
As
but-
metal as you get.
But we are going to hear, it's a good slogan,
It is.
we are going to hear from one of Metallica's inspirations, fans, favorite bands to play with, one of the bands that they covered off their Garage Inc. album, if you remember that.
All right.
They actually had a compilation song, right about 11 or 12 minutes long, called Merciful Fate, which was a compilation of, I think, 5 different Merciful Fate songs that they kind of mashed together, this being one of them. So here we go, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to kick off this 2-song set with Evil, another powerful song, but it's called Evil by Merciful Fate. I hope you guys enjoy. This is Full Metal Attack.